Hello, mathematicians. Today's lesson is titled Multiplying Fractions and Mixed Numbers. I have some good news for you. Multiplying with fractions is way easier than adding and subtracting. Why? I repeat, you do not need a common denominator. Let's check an example out. Take a look at this first one. 2/3 times 1/5. Okay, when we add and subtract, we would have to get a common denominator. Nope, not when you multiply. When you multiply, you do what I call zip, zap. You zip straight across the top, numerator to numerator, and you zap straight across the bottom, denominator to denominator. So watch how easy this is. 2 times 1 is 2. 3 times 5 is 15, and you are done. 2/15, we're good to go. It's proper, and it's non-reducible. That's how easy multiplying fractions is. Let's try a few more. What about 5/9 times 1/15? Okay, let's zip zap. Let's zip it, and then we'll zap it. So zipping straight across the top, 5 times 1 is going to give us 5. And 9 times 15. Well, I don't have that memorized. Let me come off to the side. 15 times 9. Won't take me too long. 5 times 9 is 45. Carry that 4 up. 9 times 1 is 9. Plus 4 is 13. So 135 on the bottom when we zap. And so there's my answer, 5/135. Now, it is proper, so that's a good sign. We don't have to mix it, but I think I could reduce by dividing the numerator and denominator by 5. So 5 divided by 5 is going to equal 1. And 135 divided by 5, well, I might have to do some side work there. Let's do a little long division. 135 divided by 5. So 5 can't fit into 1. 5 can fit into 13 2 times. 2 times 5 is 10. When I subtract, I get 3. I'll float down the 5. 5 squeezes into 35 7 times. 7 times 5 is 35, and that gives me a remainder of 0. So we'll go with an answer of 27. So the final answer here, 1/27. Final answer. Now, what's interesting about this example, so I zipped it, I zapped it, I reduced it, but in order to reduce it, I had to do some long division because my numbers got a little large. I want to introduce you to something called cross-canceling. When you're multiplying fractions, you can do something called cross-canceling. So let me rewrite this. I'm going to actually change colors here. Let me change to blue. Let me just pretend we didn't even do this problem yet, and it's still sitting there as 5/9 times 1/15. Instead of getting right into zip zapping, I want you to take a look at these diagonals. That's why they call it cross canceling. You're like crossing over here. Now, when you look at a 5 and a 15, 5's on the top, 15's on the bottom. It's almost like right here, when we reduce fractions, if you have a number on top and bottom that are each divisible by something similar, you can reduce. So you can do the same thing on the diagonal. So can you think of a number that I can divide both 5 and 15 by? Well, I hope you're thinking 5. So this is what you do. 5 divided by 5 is 1. Notice what I did there. In my head, I'm taking 5 divided by 5, and I'm replacing that with 1. Down here, 15 divided by 5 is 3. Now I look at the other diagonal. I don't think 1 and 9 can do much of anything, so I'll leave that alone. But now let's zip and zap. 1 times 1 is 1. 9 times 3 is 27. Do you see how my answers match? And when I did it this way with the cross canceling, I basically took away 2 whole steps. I never had to take 15 times 9, and I never had to divide 135 by 5. So I always want you to look for that cross cancel because it can be really nice and save you a lot of time. Let's try another one. 4/7 times 21 over 2. Okay, we could zip and zap, but let's try the cross cancel to see if we can break this down and make it a little smaller. Let's start with this diagonal, 4 and 2. Can you think of a number that I can divide both of those by? I hope you're thinking 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Now let's look at this diagonal, 21 and 7. I can divide both of those by 7. 21 divided by 7 is 3. 7 divided by 7 is 1. Now look at how much easier this is. Let's multiply the numbers in blue. We'll zip it. 2 times 3 is 6. And 1 times 1 is 1. And 6 divided by 1, we can just say 6. Excellent. So easy. Okay, let's do our final problem for this video. It's right here. I just wanted to show you what happens if you have a mixed number or a whole number when you're multiplying. Well, all you do is mixed numbers become improper, and whole numbers, you just put them over 1. So it'll look like this. 3 1/4 as an improper fraction. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 1 is 13. So 13/4 times 7 as a fraction is 7 over 1. I'm looking for the cross cancel. 13 and 1 aren't going to do anything. Neither are 7 and 4, unfortunately. So I'm just going to have to zip it and zap it. 13 times 7. Let me go off to the side. 13 times 7. 3 times 7 is 21. Carry that 2. 7 times 1 plus 2 is 9. So go with 91 over the zap. 4 times 1 is 4. Improper, let's mix it. 91 divided by 4. 4 squeezes into 9 twice. 2 times 4 is 8. Subtract and you get 1. Float down the other 1. 4 squeezes into 11 twice. 2 times 4 is 8. Subtract. 11 minus 8 is 3. I could borrow here and give, and 11 minus 8 is 3. So my final answer mixed for 91/4 will be 22 and 3/4. Thanks for watching, and happy trails to you.